Day 284 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, we're back again another day, another LeetCode problem where we're doing daily LeetCode problems. And today we have question number 139, word break. The difficulty level is medium, but don't worry because we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as possible. But before we get started, y'all, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you need any new Apple AirPods, go ahead and check out that link in the description. Now let's see what the question says. Question says, given a string S in a dictionary of strings word dict, return true if S can be segmented into a space-separated sequence of one or more dictionary words. Note that the same word in the dictionary may be reused multiple times in the segmentation. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and look at these examples so we can make sure we understand exactly what it is that they want us to do. Excuse me. So in example 1, we have the input S equals LeetCode. Word dict is an array of strings, leet and code. The output is true. Explanation says return true because LeetCode can be segmented as leet and code. So as you can see, you can break LeetCode up into these two strings that are in the word dict input, right? If we could break leet up right here, boom, put leet. Then we could break code up right here. Code is right here. So we can return true, right? Because LeetCode can be segmented as LeetCode with the space in between. It says right here, can be segmented into a space-separated sequence of one or more dictionary words. So in this case, we add the space right here in between, you can't see, but yeah, like right here in between leet and code, and then we are able to get the words leet and code out of the word dict, so the output is true. So let's go ahead and look at another example where the word is a little longer. So this time we have input S equals apple, pen, apple. Word dict as array of strings apple and pen. The output is true. Explanation says return true because apple, pen, apple can be segmented as apple, pen, apple. Notice you are allowed to reuse a dictionary word. So in this case, we're reusing the word apple, right? So we split it up right here. So we get the word apple, then we get the word pen, which is right here, and then we get the word apple again. And since we're allowed to reuse a dictionary word, which in this case is apple, then the output is true. Boom. So now let's look at example 3, where they might try to throw a trick our way and the output is false, right? So in example 3, we have input S equals cats and dog. Word dict is an array of strings, cats, dog, sand, and cat. The output is false. Output is false because there's no way to separate this word or segment this string right here into these strings down here, right? We could get cats right here. We get cat, boom. Or we could get cats. We get cats because cats is in the word dict. Cats is right here, boom. But then we could even get and, boom. So then we get and right here. But then we would only get OG. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't get the whole dog. We would only get OG because we used the D and. So that's not gonna work. We could try to get dog, and then we could get cats, but then you can see if we get dog and cats, then we're just left with and no no D, right? So we still would need the D, and since there's no and in this array of strings, then it's not going to work. We have an and, but the and would need a D, right? But if we use the D, then the dog would still need a D, right? And we would only have OG. So the output is false because there's no way that we can segment this string into these strings right here by adding spaces. So output is false. So now that we understand the question, y'all, let's get into the fun part, actual solution. We're going to do some dynamic programming today, so I hope you're excited about that. Now, first thing we need to do is create our dynamic programming array where we can indicate whether the substring can be segmented or into words from word dict, and we're just going to initialize all of the elements as false to begin with. So in order to do that, we're just going to say var dp equals, it's going to be, we're going to make an array of booleans. So open up the square brackets, and put bool inside, and that array is, then we're going to open up the parentheses, and that array that we created, we're going to start it off with repeating false. So it's going to be a bunch of repeating falses, count, colon, s dot count plus 1. Boom. Just like that. Now we need a base case, and which will be an empty string that can be segmented. So in order to do that, we're just going to come right here, and we're just going to say dp square bracket 0. We'll set that equal to true. Boom. Now we need to convert the input string into an array of characters, so it will be easy to mutate and change, switch up. So to do that, we're just going to say let chars equal an array of s, and that's just going to turn s into an array instead of a string, because arrays are easier to change and work with than a string. Then we need to convert word dict into a set, which will allow us for easier lookups and more efficient lookups. So in order to do that, we're going to say let word set equal a set, open up the parentheses, of word dict, just like that. Boom. Now we need to iterate over the length of the whole string. So in order to do that, we're just going to say for I in 1 dot 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 s dot count. Then we're going to open up the brackets. And now we need to check all possible partitions of the string ending at index I. So in order to do that, we're going to say for j in 0 dot dot less than I. Then we're going to open up the brackets. Now, if dpj or dp of j is true and the substring is in word dict, then we need to mark dpi as true. So in order to do that, we're just going to use a guard statement. We're going to say guard dp square bracket j, excuse me, like that. Then we're going to say comma word set dot contains, open up the parentheses, string, open up the parentheses again, chars square bracket j dot dot less than I. Boom. Then we're going to come outside of those parentheses. We're going to say else, open up the brackets. We can just say continue. Boom. Now we're going to set dp of I to true. So we say dp square bracket I, set that equal to true. Boom. And now we're just going to say, come underneath that, and we can just say break, because there's no need to check further, as if we made it this far, that means we found a valid segmentation. So after all that, we could just come right here and we can say return dp square bracket s dot count, and that will return whether the entire string can be segmented or not. So let's go ahead and run this. Make sure it runs like it's supposed to. Let's see it's accepted. So let's go ahead and submit it. Make sure it stays accepted after we submit it. First try, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. We can get rid of that. 233 milliseconds beats 36.64% of users with Swift. Don't worry about that time right now, y'all. We're going to get those times up. We're going to focus on the time complexity as we get further down our LeetCode journey. But right now, we just want to have the skills to be able to solve the problem that is presented to us. And I feel like this is a good solution for that. Once we get more comfortable with solving the problems and we understand the solutions a little bit more, then we'll start to focus more on the time complexity and how we can enhance the solutions that we have or that we are able to complete. So with that being said, y'all, I hope y'all learned something today, and I hope to see y'all here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then.